supposed to be? Here we are. I'm vengeance.
Hello, everyone. Sometimes I just hit buttons randomly when we're streaming here. So welcome everyone to the Next Issue podcast, Sunday edition, where you get all the comics. Is that where the newspapers had the more comics? I don't remember.
Those are the Sunday funnies.
The Sunday Funny, yeah. So that's what we're doing here. Also bringing you a Sunday Funny. Well, I guess we hope it's funny.
Yeah, it's
No
it's
guarantee.
nothing but a bunch of Prince Valiants.
Yeah. Marmaduke doesn't show up on Sundays.
I did like flipping through the comics like every day in the newspaper back when I was a little kid. We got the newspaper, and the newspapers were a thing. I never got into reading like Spider-Man or anything like that in the paper strips. Like, as much as I love reading comics, the books, I just never got into the comic strips versions of those characters.
No, the one thing I would read was when I went to college the first couple years, I didn't have a car. So I would take the bus to UT Dallas. So that was like a 2-hour bus ride. And then at the bus station or at the station they would have the quick, like the
yeah.
version that I guess the Dallas Morning News put out or
Mhm.
something. And they would have the Boondocks in there. So I was reading the Boondocks, and I think by this time the cartoon wasn't out yet, but I knew about them. So when the cartoon came out, I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I mean, I think the Boondocks was really ahead of its time in a lot of ways, but it was still so much fun to watch. So
yeah. I read the Boondocks as a comic strip too. It's good. It's a good strip.
I'm surprised I've never seen it. Maybe I just haven't seen it, but it's probably out there, like a collection of like how they do collections of strips.
I've seen them out there. I mean,
yeah,
but I'm sure Clay could get you one.
All right. Well, today we have a pretty chill show, I think, after the roller coaster of a ride that was yesterday's celebration of multiple anniversaries at once.
Something got celebrated yesterday. We're not sure exactly what, but
if you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's pretty fun. We got Kyle back on, and they were really just regaling us with stories of like the times past.
In a weird way, we tricked Kyle to coming back on the show because it wasn't quite.
That's right.
what we promised.
If you're watching this live and you're not subscribed, you could be the 5,000 subscriber. We are at 499.9. Yeah.
Whoa.
We're one away from 5,000 as of this morning. So you could see. We'll have Josh do a celebration dance.
Yeah. Have him paint himself blue.
If we hit 5,000 while we're live, so
we'll get him to blow himself.
He blew himself. Yeah. We did have there. It's been a slow news week, if you will. But
the Marvel writing conference was this week. I know that happened.
The Marvel writing conference, is that where people the writers get together?
Yeah, the writers retreat, because Stephanie Phillips was TikToking from New York.
Cool. I did see her on Instagram post a picture, and I was like, oh, where's she traveling to now? So
yeah,
kind of cool to see when the writers get together.
She had Chip Zdarsky in one of her videos, so they're and Ryan North, so they're all still working for Marvel.
Tall Canadian guys.
The tall Canadians.
Yeah. I do like. So one of the reasons I like when creators share stuff on Instagram is, I think sometimes they become friends out of like they're just happen to work together on something, or they work at the same place. Yeah, I don't know. So that's kind of fun, and it's also just kind of fun to see like a bunch of people that I read their stuff hanging out too.
Yeah.
Like, I want to hang out. I want to know all the secrets.
Yeah.
Which I bet they don't even. I mean, it's probably the last thing they talk about when they all get together. But
We'll probably talk about car rental stuff.
Yeah.
Like what kind of car rental packages you got?
Yeah, right.
We could tiptoe around the Red Hood
I think
controversy.
we'll get there because I do have it on the thing. But the one thing that we did have some news of was the Rocketeer reboot movie, whatever.
Oh
It
yes,
got canceled. So I don't know if I put out yesterday, like if you had an
a
idea
pitch.
of what the pitch for the
I was
movie.
I was curious as to what, because I didn't see it in the article unless I just missed it. But did they show what they say what it had been? Because Josh had written in the thing that he's like, it sounds like such a cool idea. And I don't know if he just meant in general that they
I
do a
think so.
Rocketeer sequel.
Yeah,
Okay.
Josh loves the Rocketeer, so
I'm gonna go crazy because I did think about a pitch.
okay.
Here's my Rocketeer pitch: is that it's flung in the far, far future.
Oh,
AI is taken over, and like there is no way to fight the robots except for you have one rocket pack that has nothing to do with anything like internety or whatever like that, and it's the thing that gets you around as the Rocketeer as you try to rescue humanity from the evil robot overlords
okay. Like because it's analog.
because it's analog, and and because it's an older, even though the Rocketeer was created like in the 80s, I think. Like, yeah, I think he was like in the
No,
80s.
I think it's
But
an
he's
old pulp comic, right?
no, I think
It
it's
just
meant to look like that. It's
ah
supposed to
to trick you good.
be, yeah, it's supposed to be, yeah, because it takes place in World War II, but and a little bit after. But I think that it was the character himself was only created in like the late 70s or 80s. So, but yeah, in order to kind of hammer home that kind of like it's an old pulpy kind of thing. So it'd be kind of cool if you flung him even further into the future as a character instead of it being like his granddaughter, great granddaughter would be.
So I think what I was thinking was like, let's give this people love the Dark Knight, they love Old Man Logan. Let's give this that dark gritty treatment of the Rocketeer. Like the Rocketeers, he's what's his name? Cliff? Is his name Cliff?
Cliff, yeah, Cliff. I don't remember his last name.
Cliff's been out of the game for a while, right?
Seaboard, Secord, Cliff Secord.
Yeah. He finally got married to Betty. They have a family, they have kids. Like he's been out of the game. But then Howard Hughes got kidnapped, and
Oh,
he's gotta do it one last time
for his buddy.
for his old friend, He's gotta
He's
put the
trapped in the spruce goose somewhere.
but
What does
what he doesn't realize is that his daughter or his kid or whatever has been working. Like she found the rocket and she made her own.
hmm,
Um, so now they gotta go, and it's kind of like a Bruce and Kathy Kelly, Carrie Kelly, not Kathy Kelly from WWE.
does he-
Sure, cast
they
Kathy Kelly. Why not?
there was an animated Rocketeer cartoon, Rocketeers or something like that, that was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the granddaughter of Cliff Secord or like the niece or something like that. I forget what it was,
yeah.
somehow related, and she became the Rocketeer for a bit.
That's what
What
got me
is
thinking about it.
what's his name? It's not Bruce Campbell. Who's the Rocketeer in the movies? What's the actor's name? I wonder what he looks like
Oh
today.
man,
Could he play old man Rocketeer?
I mainly wanted to see the actor that is what's his name, John Locke from Lost, return as Howard Hughes. Billy Campbell. I think it's Billy
Yeah,
Campbell.
that's right. That is
Yeah, and then I was thinking of what's his name, Terry O'Quinn. I love Terry
Terry
O'Quinn. So
O'Quinn.
yeah, and then of course, I mean Jennifer Connelly. Why would I
Can't live
not
without
want her
her.
back on my screen?
That's right. More
And I
Jennifer
want them to
Connelly.
be, yeah, but I want them to be like happy. Like he's got a good
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
I don't want them to like have gone through like he
He's not
put up the
missing an
rocket.
arm.
Yeah. He just gave
Like
up the
some guy, he
rocket
got an
one
eye
day for his
patch.
family.
He didn't have some
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
weird,
No, we don't need it.
horrible.
maybe after everything's done. Unfortunately, we wouldn't get Alan Arkin back, which is a shame.
Love
Um,
him. He's so good in that movie.
but yeah, and you know what?
Uh,
Let's make what's his name, the bad guy, from Hannibal, and he was in Doctor Strange as Caecilius. I forget
Mads
his name.
Mikkelsen.
Yeah,
Mads
thank you.
Mikkelsen.
He's great. I just want him to be a villain, and he's kind of like this Doctor Doom type villain. And then that's how we pitch him to Marvel, like, "Hey, look, I love Robert Downey Jr., but how about we just have Matt Mikkelsen come back? If you're gonna bring
Yeah,
somebody back to be a bad guy, let's
yeah.
bring
Bring back
somebody back
Mads.
that you kind of did a one and done for."
Clay had pitched in the Discord a bad guys movie with
Yeah,
Crossbones and some other stuff. But I would like, you know what? I think if you were to like, if you were to take Caecilius and maybe not even a Marvel thing, but I would like to see a bad guys movie with just our favorite, like James Spader, like James, not even Ultron, but James Spader as the bad guy, and
yeah.
like a bad guy Bond movie kind of thing. The bad guys
And then that
team up.
one we can introduce. Is it Tony Masters, who is like upset that somebody took his mantle of the Taskmaster?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Kind of
exactly.
like they did with the um with man, names today are just not my
This
thing
is
with
the
the
this is the
Shang-Chi
we can't
movie.
remember our name
I
movie
know.
podcast. The Ten Rings guy.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. The villain of the Shang-Chi movie.
yes.
Anyway, so
Uh,
let's move on cuz I don't want to I want to talk about people that remember their names because they're on my notes.
the
So,
Mandarin.
the Mandarin, thank
Ooh,
you. Maybe I didn't remember it cuz it's just not culturally sensitive. So,
exactly. I
put
had
it
to
out of
get
my
there by
mind.
thinking of fruit.
Put it out
Um,
of my all right. Really quickly, and we won't get too deep into it. Let's talk on Red Hood real quick.
did you get a
Um, it,
copy?
I did. So and this was, I think, when I went on Thursday, the title had been. So for those that don't know, real quick, um, Red Hood #1 came out this week. Written by Gretchen Felker Martin with art by Jeff Spokes. The comic book itself is very good. You can go check out my review on the channel. But then after the events of this week, the writer made some comments. DC did not like those comments, so they canceled the book. Um, and yeah, so like people started. So what I want to focus on is the fact that this became a thing that now people want this book just to have it, and so like it's been like, I guess people want to resell it, and it's been like, I picked this up on Thursday. There was plenty of copies at my shop. There was no like a big rush to go out and get it or whatever. But over the past couple of days, I guess as the news kind of got out, I started seeing it. And are you checking eBay?
Yeah, I'm seeing about $40 still.
Which is insane for a comic book that came out this week. That there's plenty of. There should be plenty of.
Well, I
I
heard
mean,
that comic shops had started pull. We're supposed to start pulling them. The #1.
oh, I just thought they were canceled. I thought they were still gonna release 2 and 3. They just
So I
said,
don't know if that was one of those things that because the news release was like we're canceling issues 2 and 3 that had already been like not solicited.
okay,
And so everybody was getting refunds on those. I don't remember them saying anything about please pull #1 and send it
yeah,
back to us or anything like that. So I think
yeah,
they were
that's good.
allowed to do whatever they want. But I did see like certain comic shops like go on their Instagram and say we've pulled them, we're not selling them.
Mm,
So some shops decided to sell them, some shops I guess
mm.
pulled them.
And I mean, I guess they paid for the product. It's their thing to do whatever with. And but the fact that people are going out of the way to try to resell this is it's just wild. Um,
I also think that the going into the even before the events of this week, the comic had a hard road ahead of it because people were not happy about the author to begin with because there was an article where they had said something like they hadn't read much of the Red Hood to begin with, and then DC put out the preview, and
Yeah.
people kind of harped on that one little block where I guess Red Hood is talking about how the weather feels like hot saliva, which I personally think is disgusting. So, but it was only just like the 2 pages.
Oh, that's
Um,
funny.
uh, I did hear, so after the fact, after the news started kind of like slipping out about all of this, I saw somebody post a video that kind of went over the author's like history of like what they'd written before, and a lot. I mean, they are like super indie author. Like I'd never heard of any of it
Yeah, me
before.
neither. Me neither.
And they also DC. I feel like DC must have done their homework because they are somebody who is the author is somebody who's very open on Blue Sky about tweeting, about their
Yeah, yeah. I think it's
politics,
very upfront with everything they were bringing to as an
Yeah.
author, right?
And then I saw the review, so like there was the fan backlash was huge. So I didn't think it was honestly I didn't pick it up because I thought it was not going to be a very good comic because I was
Mm.
listening to the fans. But then I saw like the actual like ain't it cool like the comic press like their scores on it and they were like yeah like you they said it was pretty good. It was
Yeah,
like really interesting take and like yeah.
it. I like, and maybe this is just me. I like when you take a character after, especially because look, I don't even know. I don't even know if Hush 2's over. I didn't finish it. I don't know what happened with Red Hood at the end because he was a big part of that. And
Yeah.
this book definitely tells you like something really bad just happened to Red Hood, so he had to relocate. Right, he goes to a new city. He's facing off against new things. Even the premise of like there's cops that are killing themselves in online, and people like they don't know what's going on. So like there's a whole mystery there. It's a new location. There's new characters, and then Huntress shows up. So it was a good pitch, good characters. Jeff Spoke's art. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like you're not gonna tell me too hard of the book. So but yeah, it's I mean, I at this point we're kind of at the will of the corporations that whatever decisions they make, like we can not like them, and maybe we'll talk about that because we were talking earlier about the status of the X-Men, and I'm kind of working on a video essay thing. Maybe it's just me talking into the camera about why I won't be picking up X-Men books anymore, other than the number ones, as this like all the series are kind of wrapping up. You might have seen at the shop they have these covers with like a tear, and it just says like the last Wolverine or the last whatever the title is. So because all those series are wrapping up. So yeah, at this point we're just kind of like Marvel, DC, all these companies are gonna kind of do what they want. Um, so we're just gonna have to like, if you don't want to play ball, then just don't play ball. If you want to keep covering stuff, then you're gonna have to keep talking about it. So it's a weird dilemma of like, I like this stuff, but it's also how much of it, how much do I want to put into it of my energy, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Here's the only other news story I can think of. Paramount is interested in buying Warner Brothers Discovery,
all that.
which is crazy. So when this story first broke, so there's a story out there about how Warner Brothers wants to resplit up. So there's
Yeah.
Warner Brothers and then Discovery again. So they're no longer Warner Brothers Discovery. So when
Mhm.
the Paramount wants to buy Warner Brothers Discovery story broke, I thought they were just talking about the Discovery part, but I didn't realize they were talking about the whole thing.
Oh,
Also,
because
because this,
I even asked on the Discord, like the discovery part is like the I call it the trash part, but it's
yeah,
like the stuff
yeah.
about reality shows and all that, right?
Well, that's what I thought because I was like, yeah, they just want like their trash
It makes
cable
sense. That's
networks or
kind of
whatever.
the Paramount brand too. Like they really like all their stuff is pretty much they lean a lot of it into reality, not
Yeah,
except for
yeah,
like the Skydance, like the more movie stuff. But
yeah. But I was just online this morning because was it here or was it I forget one of the Discord somebody posted that because of this, the Snyder fans have come back out and they're like, maybe if Paramount
oh
buys
boy,
Warner Brothers, then we can get the Snyderverse restored again, like again, a hope beyond hope. Uh, And I was like, well, that's not even part of. And in my head, I'm like, that's not even part of the package because that has nothing to do with the discovery part. But then I went and started reading some of the articles, and I guess it's for the whole thing. It is for the
Yeah.
there. It's for the everything. DC Comics and all of it, the whole kit and caboodle.
Oh no, not the comics.
Yeah,
Oh man.
exactly.
Yeah.
But then
I
you can
was.
have
I
your
mean,
Star Trek
because,
Justice League crossovers.
well, we already have those without a merger. I will say that was kind of my worry too when AT&T initially bought Warner Brothers before they kind of split off again.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So I don't.
So
Yeah, I don't care for the Discovery part of it, but leave my Discovery's already taken some of my favorite YouTube channels and bought them and then tore
yeah,
them for
gutted them
pieces.
up.
Yeah. So
There's no Discovery on those Discovery channels. I also thought it was weird because I think David Zaslav came out this week and was like, "Oh, we're pricing HBO Max way too low." Also, and I'm like, "Why are you? what are
did he
you
say
doing?"
too low?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh God. Well,
yeah,
it's like the other thing that came out that said that WWE before was pricing tickets for families, and now TKO's like, no, we got to squeeze every cent out of the people that want to go to the shows.
Well, I think that's
We
why.
were
So yeah, they're full on. Give us the money. They moved
also.
WrestleMania to Rahad or whatever.
Oh yeah, that.
Riyadh.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday a little bit. The other thing was also how it's so segmented now, and we kind of talked about a little bit of wrestling yesterday. So, but yeah, it's like, man, you really gotta jump through a lot of hoops to enjoy things nowadays.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do think we're gonna hit a tipping point where people are just like, "Nope, I'm out. I'm out."
Well,
Uh,
that or they're just gonna find ways around all those things that are like become a lot easier, right? It's just like the one of the reasons and the big part of like especially in the 2000s with Napster and all that, one of the reasons music was being pirated is because it wasn't accessible.
yeah,
But then all that made it very accessible, and then things went to streaming, so we're like, oh, this is a lot easier. I don't need to. So it's really about accessibility and how you get to the product. When Netflix first started, a lot of people probably stopped pirating movies because they're like, oh, I could just go to Netflix and watch pretty much anything.
yeah.
But then they start segmenting things off. Everybody brings up their own streamer. Um, yeah, my buddy Mike talked about this too on one of their episodes of I Read Comics on their post credit. So go check it out. It's on their Patreon. So, but it's pretty easy to get in there. So yeah, they need to stop putting all these barriers. Otherwise, people are just gonna find ways around it and uh, you know, and
I
follow
as
that
a CEO of
Stephanie
those
McMahon link.
companies.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, I see, and I think what's happening is as CEOs of these companies, you're like, well, we have an all-inclusive brand. Like if you're Disney, you're like, I've got sports, I've got kids movies, I've got movies
mhm,
for adults. Like, why would you need anything else? You just need to give us your money because we'll provide you everything you need. But unfortunately, like fandom doesn't work that way because I'm
right.
not all in on like I want to go watch Superman when it hits Max or whatever, and I want to go see the one thing Netflix might put out every decade that I want to go watch over on Netflix. So, but they all are like, no, you just need us. It's not, yeah, they're not, they haven't figured that out yet.
So, well, speaking of Max, HBO Max, I watched a new show that came out last week. As we pivot into seamlessly into our previously on segment,
Loved it.
masterful. Um, so it's a show called Task. It's a new Mark Ruffalo show by the
Okay,
showrunner that did Mayor of Easttown, which I haven't seen that show, but I like procedurals. I like Mark Ruffalo,
I've seen a
and
lot of
I
ads
know
for it
that
while watching Peacemaker.
things that HBO Max puts on Sunday nights are gonna be most likely pretty good. So I checked it out and it was good. It reminds me a lot of Sons of Anarchy because there's like a motorcycle gang involved. But the pitch for the show is Mark Ruffalo is like an FBI agent that's kind of a little bit on the oust of everything, but then these like a robbery kind of goes wrong, and they have him form a task force to figure out what's going on in this town. Um, so it's very interesting. I really like, because we get to see a lot of the crew that's doing the robberies. We follow them for a long time as well. Like it's a pretty balanced show at kind of showing every side of this story. And Mark Ruffalo's great. Like he's this troubled agent. He has a drinking problem. He had a loss in the family that's really affected him. So like that kind of threw him off the path that he was on at the bureau. So yeah, it's pretty good. If you like a nice crime drama, I think you can do worse than watching Mark Ruffalo. And Sunday nights HBO is like, that's my jam.
That's where it's
That's
at.
where you put the goodies.
That's your must see TV. Take that, NBC.
That's right. It's not TV. It's HBO. Oh man, I love that. When I hear that, because their HBO proper shows still have that HBO intro. That's like the bong or whatever, like the bussing static, and then the
Yeah.
sound. Yeah, that takes me
Oh,
back, because I've been watching stuff on HBO since I was a kid. So
they need to go back to whenever the movie present. Have you seen the big sweeping camera thing where it goes over the model of all
yeah,
the
yeah.
neighborhood?
A movie.
Yeah,
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 so they still have that
the
on
movie
cable, but
feature.
they don't. Yeah, they don't have it on most of their movies on streaming, but they do have it on cable.
Oh, do they still do it on cable? Oh,
Yeah, they
that's
still
awesome.
do it on the cable. So, especially when it's like the new movie that they're adding to their library for the week, because every Saturday night they get something new. Um, the other movie I watch was Highest to Lowest. This is the new Spike Lee movie on Apple,
Oh,
with
okay.
Denzel Washington. It's a remake, or it's inspired by the Kurosawa film High to Low, which I haven't seen.
Hmm.
Um, but it's pretty cool. It's Denzel. He's like a music mogul, and his son is kidnapped, and it's kind of all about that. But I love Spike Lee's kind of like,
Joints.
yeah, his joints. But specifically when he does movies like this with crime, like they're very intricate. He loves showing, in my review for Letterbox, I wrote, it's fun because he, first of all, he starts with the movie being a diss track to Boston. Like that's the first thing. Like it's very clear. And then you get to see like, uh as the tension kind of unfolds, like you get this really cool crime story, and then for the last 15-20 minutes of the movie is just Spike Lee kind of being self-indulgent, because like the movie already kind of ended 15 minutes ago, but the movie kept going, and I was like, oh, this is very, very interesting. So I would have probably felt different if I had watched it at the theater, but I was at home, so I was like in no hurry to go anywhere.
Yeah.
um and I mean, when him and Denzel team up, I really enjoy it. This morning, because of that, I was watching Inside Man, which is their other film about a bank robbery.
Don't
Um,
they? Isn't He Got Game also Spike Lee? Did you ever see He
oh,
Got
maybe
Game?
that's the next one I could do, like a little trilogy of them
Yeah.
together. So maybe
He
I'll
Got
check it
Game's
out.
a,
Yeah,
that's a movie I haven't seen in forever, but I really remember just loving that movie. He
yeah.
Got Game.
So yeah, get a little more Spike Lee, but that's pretty much everything I actually watched that was new. I mean, I'm still watching Peacemaker and Alien Earth and all the weekly stuff.
Mm.
So what about you, Jeff? What you been watching?
The only thing I finished, I did finally finish The Paper on
Oh yeah,
Peacock. I really enjoyed it. I think it's great. It gave me once again a reason to hate the instant dumping of everything in one, like
yeah.
because I tore through it. As for a show that I don't normally tear through things. I will watch a couple of episodes and then get distracted by something
Mhm.
shiny and never go back to it. But this one was, I was just like, oh, it was pleasant and enjoyable.
Yeah,
Uh, I hate that from the get go, I was like, I do not want to fall in love with Mare as a character because
I
she's
know.
obviously like the romantic lead kind of thing. And so I was like, don't do it. But she just is like, it's so fun to watch her arc. And you're just like, yeah, you do kind of fall in love with every single one of the characters by the end of it.
Yeah. It's cool to see. I think one of the things that I really enjoy in media is watching people who are good at what they do and they love what they do it. And I
Yeah,
mean, the paper really is about like both Domino Gleason and Mayer. Like, I don't remember the name of the actors, but they're both really they're good at like they actually want to do journalism, right? They want to put the news
yeah.
out. Um, but it's also kooky enough with like all the other weird stuff that's going on. And then when I found out that one of the characters was in Legends of Tomorrow, I was like, oh, that's really cool. Um,
Yeah,
so
yeah. It's
and yeah,
actually great. I also felt I need to go back and watch, but I felt like that there were some episodes that were kind of they weren't themed like a classic Christmas episode or anything like
yeah,
that, but they did seem to kind of follow weather patterns sort of, or it was I feel like they mentioned like specific times of years at least in a few episodes, which made me
yeah,
wonder if they aren't going to show them on NBC once we get to that kind of point, like if they're not going to release them in some sort of like this is kind of a fall, like a normal traditional fall show,
yeah,
because there were those kind of episodes where they weren't all out, like again they weren't all out like this is our Christmas episode, but they were definitely, they felt like this takes place at the beginning of the new year or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Which I
So
wonder if that's not going to be a new kind of way to do things where they're like we're releasing it on Peacock now or our streaming service, and then later in the year during our normal television season we're going to
mhm.
re-air it for television.
Or when things are slow, right? Like the
Yeah.
summer where they don't have anything or something, because they've been doing that. They did that with Poker Face. They did that
Mhm.
with that's how I watched the first season of Bel Air because it was just they threw it on there. So I will say if you want to rewatch this at a slower pace, so I used to listen more often to the Office Ladies podcast
Uh-huh.
uh, with Jenna Fisher and Angela. I don't think her name is actually Kinsey, but anyways, so they went through the whole series. But when they finally got through all that, they were doing a lot of revisiting and other things that I wasn't really interested in. Like I just wanted to know about the show. But now
Yeah.
they've started doing them about the paper. So it
Oh,
kind of feels like the podcast that I listen to. So I think what I'll do is I'll just check out one episode because they do one episode at a time. So at least for
nice.
10 more weeks, I could probably go back and listen back to the Office Ladies and rewatch the paper that way and like taking breaks in between because it was so inviting to just like hit the next one. It's right there, and like you had a good time with the last one.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
it's hard to stop. So
And
okay,
it's that perfect like sitcom, 30 minutes, like you're in, they
yeah,
they
yeah,
tell a quick
yeah.
story kind of thing, and then you're out.
And if you got the ad-free version of Peacock, you didn't even get commercials. So
There it is.
all
But
right,
that's really the only thing I watched this week.
okay, cool. I do hope I can go watch The Long Walk. Uh, maybe today, hopefully later today. So we'll report back. But yeah, let's get into comic books. Let's get into all the other stuff that did not get canceled, and we'll keep going. For at least for now. You never know
Yeah,
with the
for
comic
now.
books. Here, I can kick us off. We could do like one and one if you want, and I know we have a lot of the same ones. So speaking of heroes, vigilantes coming back, the
Dun,
Punisher's
dun, dun.
back. Frank Castle is back as the Punisher on this Red Band title. So I picked this one up at Titan, but I had already picked up this other one, the one I did read
Oh, that's
at
cool.
Sanctuary. It's a really cool cover. It's got like a lot of it's made up of like panels and stuff from other Punisher comics.
I forget who that artist is, but I do like their stuff.
Yeah, they do really cool stuff. Benjamin Percy, Julia Zoda, like just deliver a really violent, cool Punisher, which is all I really want in my Punisher titles. But then they also went above and beyond, giving you a really cool mystery. And Frank doesn't remember what's going on with him, and you don't really know why until the end of the first issue. So I will say the only barrier of entry with this one is that you have to buy it physically and read it physically. There's no
Is it
they
like the
don't these,
Martian?
yeah, these red band titles, they don't normally put them out on like Marvel Unlimited afterwards. It doesn't even have a redemption code for the digital. So I don't
Oh,
think they
that's
do
interesting.
I don't think they do digital versions of these. So even if you wanted to buy it on like on Comixology or something, if people still use that service, you can't.
I thought
I
you were
guess it's
saying there was like a cool artist trait, like in the
oh
Martian
no no no
Manhunter
no
books.
no no
Okay.
no. I mean it's fun. So yeah, it's
Watch the bullet go through the paper.
yeah. Where you put it up to the light, the bullet is in your face.
Who's the creative team on this?
Benjamin Percy. Wait, let me make sure that's right. Yeah, Benjamin Percy and Julius Oda. So they've
Okay.
done the Helverine stuff together.
What isn't there another Punisher book with Jimmy Palmiotti and
There's gonna be one coming out soon under the Mac or Marvel Knights, I think.
okay.
So
So
yes.
that's the one
So,
so I get those two confused. I'm not a Punisher person. I don't whatever. So I
what do you
don't
mean? He's the coolest. I
I'm not
like
a
Frank.
Punisher.
I like Frank. Welcome back, Frank. Um,
If I were writing Frank, no, I'd piss everybody off because I'm like, he doesn't remember who he is. He's a gardener. He's a
yeah,
gardener.
he's a he's a Tommy Lee Jones character at the beginning of Men in Black 2.
Yeah,
He's at the post
exactly.
office. Oh man, Frank working at the post office with amnesia would be cool. Like a
It
kind of
could
like
be
a
like a whole
walking tall,
nobody kind of thing where he like slowly remembers that he's just like this lethal killer,
or
but he's
like he sees bad things happen and doesn't know why he's so good at stopping them
yeah.
in like a small town. There you go, Marvel. We'll write
His
your
reflexes
Punisher.
are super good.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm gonna do a classic because I went back in time and I read Action Comics #1 by
Whoa.
Grant Morrison. I found this at a half price books and just picked it up. I picked it up when it first came out and I was out on the New 52 almost immediately, so I sold it. So I had to go back and pick it back up because I was like, because I'm older now and let's revisit it. And it was there for super cheap. So I would tell you what, if that came out today, I don't know why I threw it across. Why I threw it across the room. If it if this came out today, people would be going nuts
Yeah.
uh, for a completely different reason than why I went nuts over it. But it's like this Superman is so woke. Like he literally comes in and shakes down a millionaire. Like he comes in, he's just like you know, whatever. He's like the guy's a millionaire, and he's like, you know, everybody hates you because you're rich and you take from the poor, and then it's very almost weirdly reminiscent of the James Gunn movie. I don't know if this was not in the list of things that James
I
Gunn had
mean,
put out.
it's still Grant Morrison, so I guess it kind of like the All Star Superman connection connects. But I like it because it's like kind of a new beginning for Superman, right? He doesn't have a full suit yet. I think he eventually gets it on the Superman title, not the Action
Yeah,
Comics. I think for Action Comics, he's in the jeans and the shirt for a
t-shirt.
while.
If
Uh,
this were if that had been an absolute title, like if it had been in an alt universe and
yeah,
not the main Superman, I think I would have definitely kept up with it.
yeah. I
I'm not a
remember reading all
huge
that.
Rags Morales fan. Oh, either. So
Okay, that's fair. Fair enough.
um,
Well, speaking of Superman, I don't think I read much this week because I just separated everything into things I read and things I didn't read. Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe I did it wrong. Okay, so speaking of Superman,
He's
Kryptonite
Kryptonite.
Spectrum #2.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to see Superman as a kaiju, this is it. This is your title right here.
Well,
Uh,
this has happened twice in 2 weeks because I guess you've not read Justice League Godzilla Kong, have you?
oh, I guess not. No, you're right. I haven't, but now I'm looking forward to it.
Large Superman is everywhere this month.
Yeah, but does he look as adorable as this
No,
one?
he's
Look
so
at
much better
that.
in this one.
It's so good. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what the team comes up with next. Such a good comic.
Yeah, I do love this first page too, where he's just standing in the middle of the city with
Yeah, you don't know
Adam.
what's going on. I love that
Yeah.
when he first gets to the city, he's just like leaning on buildings, like very nonchalant. Don't
Yeah.
worry, citizens. I'll protect you. Whatever. So
I also love that he drinks chemo. It's such a
Oh yeah, yeah,
good say thing for him to do.
yeah.
That
It's
was
great.
great.
Good stuff. All right, what else? What else you got, Jeff?
We'll stay on the Superman train and do the Action Comics, Mark Waid, Skylar Partridge.
Woo.
I love this comic. Skylar Partridge's art is great. I don't. Are you reading this?
I am waiting. I read the first two, and I was like, "All right, this is gonna be better altogether."
Yeah.
Sometimes I just tell myself that when I fall behind. So
Yeah, I'll catch up eventually.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Oh, the artwork. I love that Mark Waid is writing young Clark Kent as
Ah,
Superboy. There's a funny moment in here where because he still haven't figured out all his powers,
right.
and so he thinks he's sending out pheromones at some point, and so he's just like super like confused about like what his powers are. It's really fun. It's a fun book.
Yeah, it's good. Skylar Patch's art is great. I love like he feels like a young Superboy.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
cool. I also picked up Children of the Round Table. This is the Dustin Wynn cover, but this is kind of this is what it looks like. Tom Taylor, Daniel Dinacula, I think that's his name. I'm really bad at names sometimes, but kids run around with giant swords that are gonna eventually become superheroes. I mean, this is definitely something I will wait for though. Like I knew that going in. I read the first one to do a video on it. But I know Tom Taylor. He's wrote a book like this, I think, called Seven Secrets, with the
Hmm.
same artist, and it flows so much better as an arc. So, but yeah, you get to meet a bunch of kids. You get to meet like when this asteroid falls, they get sentient weapons, and you just kind of go from there. It's a really really fun one. It
That's nice.
it's the perfect book to give to. It's an all ages story, so if you want to get somebody started into like superhero comics, like a new reader, like a kid, you can give them that, and it's perfect. I think that's the best thing about this book.
Is it? It's a DC Comics book. Is it like in
It's DC.
universe?
I don't know yet. It is DC. It doesn't say like it doesn't say Black Label or Elseworlds. So maybe they'll eventually tie it in, but for now, I guess we don't need to.
Yeah. Captain America #3 came out. This
Ooh,
is a great comic written by a Canadian. Ugh.
I
Uh,
know.
I did as I was reading this. I did wonder if Tom King was reading this and then like kicking himself for not getting the Captain America first, as
I did pick it
'cause
up, but I haven't read it. But I am very excited.
there's a lot of military stuff happening in Captain America. It
Yeah,
is interesting to see Captain America and Doctor Doom's first interaction with one another,
mhm.
uh, and how Doctor Doom has a weird reverence for Captain America. So it's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Because at the last issue, so I'm looking forward to reading this one. Because at the end of the last one, they met. Like they met for the first time. So
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, speaking of Doctor Doom, One World Under Doom #7.
I got one of them.
This event keeps getting nuts. Ryan North keeps topping himself. It's first of all, I don't know how you draw this many. Like just all the characters that oh, what's his name?
Yeah,
That Silva, the RB Silva has to draw. It's insane. It's insane that there's a Doom Tyrannosaurus Rex run around with everyone. Um, but it's so good. I don't
it
even
is
want to go
really
into
good.
the spoiler, but it's such a cool thing.
I wish you were a little bit, and it's 8, so it's going to be at least what
At
9
nine,
issues?
nine
Nine,
issues. Yeah,
which is really long for an event these days. I feel like.
yeah,
Uh, but I still wish it was like even more decompressed because like it's like fight, 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 and I'm like I want a little bit more behind the scene because Doctor Stray or Reed Richards comes out of nowhere with some cool stuff in this book.
yeah.
Where you're like, oh, he's
Give
been
me a book of that. Give me that. Give
yeah,
me that
give me
time
that in
series,
between
right?
stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Where is that?
Which some of the tie-ins kind of did. Like the Runaway tie-in is really fun because it's like It's
Oh yeah, I'm having
Doom
a lot of fun.
adjacent, but it's not like focused on Doom, right?
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
looking
yeah.
forward to reading that. That Superior Avengers book, I think it ended this week, so I think that should be pretty fun to go back and finish the whole thing. So yeah, they've done a good job with this one. Like Marvel, if you have listened to our re-release of our classic episode, Clay and Kyle and Adrian, they really dig into like why Marvel ruined comics with their events in that first episode. Uh, so you should go check it out. We re-released it. We're gonna be re-releasing some old episodes. So what else
It's
you got,
just
Jeff?
ruined comics.
Yeah, they ruined
Uh,
comics.
Transformers number 24. The end, the finale of Daniel Warren Johnson's arc,
I
Jorge
haven't
Corona's
read it,
arc.
so don't give me too
Uh,
much.
all right, well, there's it's just full on transformery.
I think I'm just gonna read the last 5 again because there's so much going on in the story that I don't remember in my head who's where. So I'm just gonna go back and read what would be the last volume altogether.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I'll let you read it.
Okay,
No,
we'll
we'll
talk
get
about
into it
it.
later.
We'll talk about it. We might do like a whole. It might be fun to do a whole Transformer retrospective from
Yeah.
the first step of the Optimus Prime crushing a deer all the way to whatever happened at the end of this one.
Remind me, have you seen the 1986 movie?
Yeah, we
Stand?
did it. We did it for
Okay.
the show,
Oh,
right?
for the other. Okay, yeah. Okay, good.
That's it.
That's all.
Okay, cool.
That's all.
If you tell me that a dinosaur shows up, Jeff, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
No, I'm not gonna tell you anything. I'm not telling you
Okay.
nothing.
Well, speaking of dinosaurs, I know Godzilla's not a dinosaur, but close enough.
Close
Godzilla
enough.
number 2. I'm really loving this book.
Oh yeah, that's good.
It's bananas. I like
I
the
could.
G-force. This whole thing with like capturing kaiju's. There's like some giant leeches that they're gonna
Ooh.
use to fight the kaiju's. So yeah, the art's really cool. Nicholas Meja and Tim Seeley. Tim Seeley knows what he's doing, I think, with the
Are you
Godzilla.
are you reading the other titles
Yes.
from that book? Okay.
Yeah, the Dead Zone 2 comes out next week, and then the Starship Godzilla comes out, I think, in October, which I've got a chance to read as well. And it's very good. It's like um, kind of like bounty hunters in space chasing kaiju,
Oh, that's cool.
which is fun. So, all right,
Uh,
what else?
Absolute Batman number 12.
Paul Pope
Poor.
did a cover for it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, there was no way I wasn't picking. I picked up the regular one, but when I saw Paul Pope's name, I was like, "Oh well, fuck, I gotta pick it up."
I didn't even look at the variants for this one.
Uh,
Have you read this one?
this book made me angry and very sad.
Oh,
But
this
in
is,
like because I like those characters so much, I like the dynamic. Like we're just friends and we grew up together, and now it's
now you
like
see where they're going with it.
yeah, it's what was the last night? Is that where Bane breaks
Yeah.
Batman's back? Um,
Yeah.
um, but like instead of just going at Batman, he goes after because in this universe, Bruce actually has people that he cares about and people that he's gonna lose. Bane goes after all that instead, and it made me very upset, but in a good way. Like it just got a reaction out of me.
Yeah. Poor Bruce's friends, who are probably no longer his friends, uh, have all been pretty messed up by Bane.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's wild. I can't wait to see where because supposedly at 15, there's going to be kind of like a shift in tone. So maybe this is about to get wrapped up. Then there's the annual that's coming up with Daniel Warren Johnson, so I'm very excited about that as well.
when is and then there's their first crossover was with Absolute Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman.
Right. Yeah. So that's
That
also
should be
coming.
coming up soon. Now, let me ask you real quick, because this may be a bigger thing. Are you reading all of them? All the titles?
Yes. I'm behind on Superman 1. I'm behind. Well, the main 3. The other ones, I'm just gonna trade weight. They're fun.
What are your rankings?
Oh, I think Wonder Woman's the best one. I think Absolute Batman is after that. Probably Martian Manhunter is third, then Superman, and then Flash and Green Lantern, kind of both of them together. Not at the
Yeah.
bottom, just like after those. Like they're still pretty good. But
Yeah.
I think that's my quick ranking.
I think mine goes. I think it goes Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Batman, Superman. I feel like everybody's top four are those, and they just kind of,
Yeah.
depending on which one of your characters, are just how
It
the ranking falls.
It's
And
it's like
then
you can make an
Flash and Green
argument for any of
Lantern.
them at the top. Really, I can make an argument for Martian Manhunter. It's just
Yeah,
Wonder
yeah.
Woman has more issues for me to like. This is still solid after so many issues, right? Which
That's the only thing that ranks Wonder Woman over Martian Manhunter for me too,
yeah,
because I'm like, Martian Manhunter has 6 amazing issues with some fantastic art and cool concepts, like, but it's 6 issues, and then now they're taking a break and kind of thing, which I'm fine with. But Wonder Woman is like at what 15 issues, or I don't even know how many.
I
They've just
think
been
like
churning
10
them
or
out,
11. Yeah, yeah.
and they've all been consistently hitting every single month.
Even when they had like guest artists drop in, like they're still good. Absolute
Yeah,
Batman the same. Like the guest artists, they like we're gonna find somebody that has the vibes of Nick Dragotta, but it's not Nick. Like they have their own unique style, but the vibes remain the same.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. And Superman's been good and consistent. It's just not been as good as the others. Flash is taking too long for me. It's been good, but
yeah.
it's like it's slow going. It's still
Ironically,
good. Yeah,
ironically, Flash is the slowest of the burns on the book. So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
So
I feel
it's
like that's by design, and I think he's Jeff Lemire is gonna when the second foot hits the ground, like she's gonna take off.
I also agree. I think it is by design.
And
I
I
just
like the
wish it
rogues.
were.
I like the new rogues that he developed. I
Yeah.
like Grodd. It's an interesting idea.
And I like
Yeah,
what Green Lantern is doing, but again, it's just taking so like it. You stretched out the mystery for 5 issues. So by the 6 issue, things started getting, and it was cool the way it was wrapping up. But I'm like, it took 6 months to get there. So like, it's
yeah.
oh,
They really are writing these for the trade, which is fine because the trades sell probably better. But
yeah,
like I'm a monthly. Like if you want to keep me buying the monthly ones, you have to give me a reason to do so.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I think Martian Manhunter, I think is just a 12. I don't know if it's a 6 or 12 issue series. It's not an ongoing, from what I
I think
remember.
it's 12, but so
Yeah.
they did the first 6, now they're breaking for
So I think that
15.
one. I think out of the outside of the main three, I think I'm just gonna switch to trade or maybe reading on the DC Infinite app.
Yeah. Okay.
To unless there's cool covers, which is happens all every month, so I might still buy a bunch of them anyways.
I think I'll pick up, yeah, the 3 and Martian Manhunter. But only because Martian Manhunter is not afraid to be like, now you got to look through this page, so you got to
Yeah,
have a real comic in your hand.
that's right.
So
That's all I read. So if you want to finish off your new ones, and then like we can show off the
oh
ones
yeah,
we're
yeah.
still haven't read.
Dark Patterns still amazing week to week. Again, another just like super creepy villain looking villain that we've introduced here.
Man, that
Uh,
cover is so cool.
yeah.
I think I mentioned that I read the Scarface arc last week.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. In
so
the in
I'm
the
looking forward to reading the next. So I like reading them in threes, because that's how their arc is designed. And
yes.
then they're gonna drop all 12 together in a collection. They're not even gonna do 2 volumes. They're just gonna whatever they release is gonna be all 12 in one book. So
And I'm happy for that, because it's weird how they've broken it up into, like, because each little bit is like a 3-story arc,
yeah,
but there is the overarching story that where they all will be connected. So I think I'm glad that it's going to be one giant, like, here's the
yep.
12 issue whole thing. I finished, as you were talking earlier, my final X-Men book, because this is the last issue of the Exceptional X-Men number 13. I've canceled the Jed McKay X-Men and the Gail Simone Uncanny X-Men. This was one I was like really into,
Mhm.
but this is its last issue.
Yeah, and I don't know what I don't know what Kitty is doing. I think Emma's doing a book with Iron Man because they really liked their chemistry when Gary Duggan was writing it.
Yeah.
But I don't know where Kitty's going after this. So
Well,
for
they're
that
doing
Age of
so. This is
Revelation.
all Age of Apocalypse. We're going
Yeah.
into that. And
Yeah.
so,
Okay.
then the last book I had a chance to read this week is Birds of Prey number 25.
I did pick it up.
I also have a. Oh, I picked up the. Hold on one second.
I'll hold my foil variant in the meanwhile. Here.
It's all shiny.
It is all shiny. But yeah, I'm behind on this book. I know you can hear me, so I'll just talk. I'm behind on this book, but I'm looking for what the Cliff Richardson art and Sammy Basri. Oh, okay.
I was
They're
able
really
to pick
cool.
up this Leonardo Romero.
It's the same. So if you can't see my cover,
Oh,
you
I
can.
see it. It's the same
the
thing.
same as Jeff's, just mine shiny. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, pretty good issue.
Okay.
I love the birds. That's all I finished. I saw 4 more comics that I've not read yet.
Well, earlier I mentioned that the Red Band titles are hard to read. So I haven't bought one of these little trades in a while, but I bought the Daredevil Unleash Hell Red Band because this was one of the books that you can only read like this physically, and I missed one when the story first came out, so I haven't been able to finish it.
Oh,
So now I just went ahead and bought the collection. I really like the first one with the idea of like Muse coming back in the body of someone else, and it's bloody and it's so yeah. I'm looking forward to finish this. So stay tuned.
who's the
And
creative team
then
on that?
what's that?
Who's the creative team?
Oh, Erica Schultz and Valeria Pinti, maybe. Yeah, Valentina Pinti.
Okay.
There's a few other artists that kind of fill in.
Oh, I
Somebody.
like Erica Schultz. She's been writing the Electra Daredevil stuff.
Yes, yes. And then I picked up the collection for Black Canary, Best of the Best. I got a full video on that. It's nice. I wish I like the hardcover. I just wish it had more stuff in the back, like for it to be a little bit more worth it, like maybe a script or more breakdowns. It only has a few pages of the variant covers, so yeah, nothing too crazy. So, you got any more books that you picked up, Jeff?
I've
Did you
not
have
had a
any?
chance to read the newest issue of Trinity.
Trinity?
This cover Feral, newest
That's
issue of Feral.
Feral. Trinity is another one that I'm just trade waiting now. I like the first one, but I was like, oh, this is Tom King slow playing it. So
Yeah. The Ultimate X-Men Incursion book
yes,
and Batman and Robin 25.
nice.
Not had a chance to read
That all?
yet.
Okay, let me go through the rest of mine, and then we can probably wrap it up here. I picked up this Star Wars Tales from the Nightlands.
Yeah. Nice.
This is Kevin Scott, Sully. It's a little story about Obi-Wan and Anakin going to like. It's supposed to be more horror tinged, and their mission's about to take a. I've only read the first. I've only read. Well, I guess I started reading it, but I didn't finish it because I got something else caught my attention. But I'm looking forward to reading that. It Killed Everyone But Me, #1 from Mad Cave came out this week as well. I think we
That's a cool
have
title.
this on our folder. It's really cool though.
Who's the artist?
This cover, so the artist is Leticia Caronisi, which
Oh.
I believe she's currently doing some stuff with Department of Truth as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then also picked up the first issue of Murder Podcast. This is the first book from Ignition Press. I haven't read it, but I'm excited. I think they gave us a copy of this one too, but this cover was really cool, so I picked it up anyways.
That's cool.
And then just a few more things. Ultimate Wolverine, which I'm behind on, but I'm still buying it because I really like this book. I just need to catch up. There's too many Ultimate books, and I put the really, really good ones at the top of my pile, and then the rest I just try to get to whenever. And then I bought this, but I haven't read it. I only bought it because it's Danny Rand coming back, The Undead Iron Fist. And I don't even know what to expect. I haven't even seen anything online, but it's Jason Liu who wrote the Dazzler book. So I don't know. Maybe
That's
it'll
pretty
be good. And then because I couldn't pull these out of my blind bags, I got the Julian Totino Tedesco. So Titan opened up a few blind bags and then just put them on sale for, and so you don't have to like mess around with the blind bags, I guess. And then I bought the Frank Quietly one. So
nice.
that's it. That's all I got. A lot of comics last week.
This week the Batman or Deadpool Batman comes out.
I know. I really tried to get Marvel to connect because I emailed them just because I knew this was coming out, and I'm very excited. But yeah, we'll just have to cover it on the channel whenever it comes out because I can't read it. But also, it's Batman Day next weekend. I believe on Friday or Saturday because they have a lot of those Batman Day titles.
Is it the anniversary when his parents died?
Yeah. I don't know how they do that. But they're also releasing like this Absolute Batman DC Work in Progress, which is like an oversized black. It's like an artist edition, but just for a single title, which I'm gonna probably end up buying because, as you can see, I like oversized books, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. And I think some shops may also have the DCKO Ash Can. So if I find it, I'll pick it up, but I won't read it because we are still doing our DCKO bracket, and I don't want to have an unfair advantage.
That's next weekend. Is Batman Day?
This week in September 17th. So yeah, this upcoming Wednesday.
Oh,
And then Batman Day, I think, is the 19th, if I can remember correctly. Here, let me see. I'll just share my screen with this. See publishers. I just want to look at DC stuff. And I don't want to look at reprints. Yeah, if League of Comics, by the way, if you're out there and you're like, how do you guys keep track of all this stuff so well? Well, we don't. Other people do for us, and then we just kind of look at the web. So this is the DC upcoming books for next week, which we're getting a sequel to The Batman, that Dan Jurgens book.
Yeah.
And then they have this a Batman Day Absolute Batman #1. And then, but this one is on the 20th, so next Saturday. I guess it is the Saturday. It's like usually a Saturday in September. They're doing a Batman Day, Batman and Robin Year 1, which is the book that I believe you're reading that, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Batman Day Year 2, #1. So they're reprinting that old story. That's all I can see here. And then, like I said, they're doing the giant work print, but that's on Wednesday. So keep an eye out. Sometimes shops forget and they just put out the Batman Day stuff on Wednesday. You never know.
Take a look. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right, Jeff. Before we get out of here, anything else on your plate before we wrap up?
Nope, I'm going out of town next weekend. I'm going to try to do the show from my hotel room in San Antonio, Texas.
We'll figure it out. Ooh,
yeah.
Have you looked at any comic shops down there?
So I'm going down to visit some college friends who are just going, like, they're going down there for their own reason. I was like, close enough, I'll drive down. With no like we're meeting for coffee on Friday afternoon, and then that's it. Like, that's all I have planned for that weekend.
Okay.
So all day Saturday, my plan is to drive around all the comic shops, any kind of like vintage toy shops,
Yeah.
the stuff like that. See what they've got going on down there.
So
I'm excited.
If you have recommendations for Jeff, drop them in the comments. If you're a San Antonio local, yeah, that'd be cool, man. I mean, every time I go out of town to a new city, I look for a comic shop just to like try to get something and just check it out.
Same. Mm-hmm.
It is cool to see how spoiled we are here in the DFW area with comic shops. Because a lot of other places they have like maybe 2 of them and they're like in opposite sides of town or whatever. So
yeah. I get frustrated because there's like 3 or 4 that are easily within like 30 minutes of me, but there's only one that's within like 10 to 15 minutes of me, and I'm just like, oh, the other ones are so far. So
yeah, luckily for me, like both of my shops are kind of on the way to work. So I just make I just make time. So, okay.
All right, cool.
Cool. There you have it. Let us know which comics you enjoyed this week. Let us know if you have a pitch for the Rocketeer. Let us know what other books you might be like done with. And like I said, I think I'll do a thing for the X-Men and why I'm kind of wrapping it up, because I've been reading X-Men, picking it up since 2012 when I started reading comics. So it feels like a big decision. So
So this is your first non-X-Men. This is your first dip out of the X-Men. I feel like this is a one of those things that you're like, oh, this is how you become a man. Is
That's
when
right.
you quit your first X-Men run.
Definitely an adult. Definitely
Yeah.
definitely an adult decision to stop buying so many X-Men books that
Yeah.
are maybe not that they're not good. It's just that they're not. I don't know. It feels like
So
they made
things
some
are
weird decisions.
cyclical. Not
I-
every season of SNL is a hit. It's fine.
Yeah, it really, a lot of it also comes from like I really like the Krakoa stuff, and I'm still a little salty that they took it away from me. So
I haven't listen. I left Spider-Man when Straczynski left, and I haven't looked back.
the Brand New Day stuff. Have you ever gone back to check out the Dance Lot Brand New Day things?
I I will go back eventually and probably pick up Superior.
Okay,
Like read through Superior Spider-Man because that interests me.
that's where I
But
started.
I tried like the Zeb Wells run. I've been trying the last couple of runs
Oh,
for
that
the relaunch, and I'll be like, I'll try to get back into it. And I last about 5 or 6 issues, and I'm
yeah,
out.
that's a whole episode too. Because when Kelly Jones doing it right now?
Yeah, I don't even know. So
Joe Kelly.
Joe Kelly. So I tried during the Tony Stark when they tried to Tony Stark him up.
Yeah,
When they gave him and he started his own business. I didn't like it. I tried during whatever this last, not this most recent run, but the one where it started off with like him in a hole, like screaming, and he's like, well, you know what happened?
yeah.
That one I tried. That one I couldn't last, and then
The Nick Spencer.
the Nick Spencer run I tried. I couldn't get into it.
I like the Hunted arc, but outside of that, I was not too much into the Nick Spencer. I think the run for Dan Slott from issue 700, which the next one kicks off Superior, and the end of the first Spider-Verse
Mhm.
is super solid. Like before they reboot it again, it's
Okay.
super solid. So, and you get Stegman art for a lot of it, which is cool. Like he's just such a good artist on Spider-Man. Like it really his style really works on Spider-Man. So okay, this could be a whole other show. So maybe we'll save the conversation for later because Lex is tapping on the glass.
Wrap it up.
God, that'd be good. Can you imagine?
Don't kill me. Don't kill me, Lex.
Let's get out of here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.
The most important thing in life will always be
Hail Bebo.
Peter loves you.
Simon Sander, get the fuck out.
All right. Bye.
Get out of here.